All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's checking crap.
Gun! Over!
On second down, here's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney!
I got 83. Me.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Detroit!
Rush in!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
After the run, Savage going to throw now. That's complete to Meredith. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
And they'll try the air now with Savage. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A nice gain at 21 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Bills' passing game getting him down the field. They got another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an
Watch it
offense.
now, Barney.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Savage. And his pass incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Gun! Hot!
From the gun, here's Savage. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Boom!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Hey, number 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Savage. Escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Trent Murphy in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
Gun!
3rd and long. It's Savage. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Detroit!
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Get him, boy.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 44 yards. The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Like 22.
Detroit!
It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down.
Check three.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey.
Here we go now. Green.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun! Hot!
On 2nd down, here's Savage. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Todd. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, he's coming to you.
Gun!
Watch that. Check twice, 53.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Todd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Gun!
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. That's Todd. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Throwing is Allen on third. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
44, Mike, 44.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
To throw on second down, Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd and 4.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, Barney!
That's trash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's
All right,
another
now, lucky
1st and
56.
10.
Lucky 56.
Hey. 4 down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No. Check. Patriot.
That is right. Watch tight end.
Watch him now, Barney.
4 down.
They go to Johnson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Jam.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They snap it to Savage. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch him now, Barney.
You.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Over. Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention.
No,
because
check,
now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Detroit!
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And this complete to Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fire over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch switch. Watch switch. Watch switch.
Under 10! Under 10! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Like 5.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Savage. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Savage now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headline. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gun, gun!
Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down.
Right,
they're
now,
going for it.
Lucky 56!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He lets it fly for Lockett. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, How about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A gain of 6 there on first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
Under crunch.
Amara Darboh, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Savage. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
3-19. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Like 22, he's coming. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 1st down, Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Savage. steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Savage. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never play their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 4th down, desperation time for Savage. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Jenkins able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Let's put him on the buses.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Watch twist.
Allen now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. To throw, it's Allen. And this will be caught by Brown. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Watch him now, Barney.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. It's Todd. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Allen again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge, or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
3 down.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Over.
Again, it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I got this.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd down, Johnson. And some room to maneuver. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Watch him now.
Here we go with Johnson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Savage on first. Flushed out right.
Here we go.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
There's Savage on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Stop me out here.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Leopard.
One last throw here for Savage. He's going to let it fly. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now down to 20. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Buffalo, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it'll be their first loss of the season. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
56. Lucky 56.
Down on the right, down on the right.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here I go. Here I go. Ooh. Good hit, baby. Good hit. Good hit, baby.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
Gun.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early third and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take them in. Of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney.
Stay on the slot.
Gun.
Now Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Shedding the tackle. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They pitch it out to Montgomery. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Gun.
Check.
Watch it now, Barney.
36.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Detroit!
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Gun!
Ringo.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery.
Leopard!
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on
right,
tape,
now, lucky 56,
or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Gun! 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 Gun!
3 down. Odd, odd.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ty Montgomery, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Detroit!
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch that.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Hey, watch it.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Leopard!
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Check him out. He's going gonna sit right over the middle. Watch
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
single.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Austin Proehl, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No. Check. Patriot.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. The toss play to Montgomery. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I remember playing, and from a safety's perspective, when you saw a toss play and trying to see guys get to the edge and get outside, that was always a tough moment because where do you go to pick up the ball carrier? If they seal the edge and seal the perimeter, they're going to bounce that outside, and it's a lot longer run, and you've got to make sure your angle is right because once they get to the edge, they're going to pick up good yardage. Your job now is to make sure they don't go all the way for a touchdown. You have to become an excellent tackler against a lot of bodies out leading a runner. And on this play, the defenders were finally able to rally to the ball after a big pickup of yardage and hurt him out of bounds.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On second down, Montgomery down right around the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded at the 2. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Za'Darius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Barney! Barney!
Get him, boys.
From the gun, it's Allen. Caught out left side by Robinson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And Robinson with a big catch. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size.
Here we go now.
The slot receivers do the same
3-19.
thing with their quickness, their
3-19.
speed, and their route running savvy.
I'm here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
28, Mike, he's coming. Check in.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Get off the field.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch the run.
Gun. Over.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Open man here is Prohl. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Over!
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney!
And that one
Barney.
results in 35 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Check 3. Check 3.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
Again, this is Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Leopard!
It's an
Leopard!
8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down now, but the
No,
clock
check.
continues to move. Toss left to Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Leopard!
Jerry Hughes on the stop. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
Detroit!
He was
Detroit!
hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Ravens on third down.
All right,
They've
now,
hit
lucky
2 for 4
56,
thus
lucky
far.
56.
This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
57.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Gun! Over!
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Jackson to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
All day, dog. Check your hot read.
Detroit! Gun!
48 Mike. I'm going to run you over. All
right, now, lucky 56.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Gun!
Jackson will throw again. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Single.
Gun!
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Gun!
Single.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check 48.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
Come on, D.
Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Gun!
Crunch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll get it up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Check.
His
Patriot.
path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Check safety.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Double tight.
Leopard! Leopard!
Alert.
Gun! Gun! Gun!
They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Gun! 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 Gun!
49. Check.
On first down, Allen.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his second incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Gun! 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 Over!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Check 99!
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Busts through the tackle.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Allen. Forced out to his left. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Leopard! Gun! Hey, check my 50!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now he's forced out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Ravens on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Watch him now, Barney.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And back at the beginning of the year, they said they thought they could win 10 games. That's such a good number to shoot for. They achieved that here.
And why is that such a good number to shoot for? 10 usually gets you into the playoffs. An excellent goal, and they accomplished it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Orange.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Orange. Salt. Alpha. Wait.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Orange. Eagle. Salt. Base 24.
Watch the shift.
Wait.
Vic operating on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lake.
Check back 21.
Alpha. Base 5-3. When they set.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Eagle. Base 52. Wait.
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Salt. Alpha. Wait.
2nd down, Vic. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Wait, they set. Wait, 20. Orange. Eagle. Hit it. Wait.
From the gun, Vic. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Wait 90.
Hey, check.
Lion. 300. When they hot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Rice, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Anderson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here you go. Slam. 0-2, 0-2. 11. Over. 5-4. 21. Check. Under.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
12. 4 down. 5-1. 95-56. 12.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Over. 12. Good. 5-4. Ready. 4 down. Clear shot.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. And now here come the Cowboys. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
White 20. White 20.
We got four. We got four down. Four.
Eagle, eagle. Orange, orange.
Motion.
White 20's hot.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
White 90. Eagle, eagle.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Alpha, alpha. Double, double. White 90's hot, hot.
Vick now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Moss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong right.
White 20. White 90.
Alert.
Orange, orange. Lake. White 90's hot, hot.
First down, Vick. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Orange.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Alpha.
Tight left. Hey.
White 20.
Four down.
Alpha. Black over.
21. Check back 21.
Hit it.
All right, T, let's
White 20.
4th down, Vick. Man open, Rice. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jerry Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Anderson now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now back out comes the offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Breeze. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
50's the
5-1.
50's the Mike. All day, baby, all day. Whip. Watch the whip.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Check.
0-2.
Check hot route.
Ready, let's check.
Breeze now on first down.
Blitz.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Here we go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the... And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Jerry Rice, open right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
300. Alpha. Orange. Double.
Hey, watch edge.
Wait, listen.
Vic on 2nd down. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Ed Reed showing us why he was so prolific at picking off passes. He doesn't just pick them off, partner. He returns them, although not on that play. But he does have 2 of the longest pick sixes in NFL history.
Yeah, he had one for 106 yards. That was back in 04, and then he topped that, broke his own record in 2008 with a 108-yard return. A good pickup there, a 22. First down now, but that clock rolling.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Here you go, Mike 50. Over. 95, 56, 95.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
20. Base 5-3. Rush it. Hit it.
This will be the final play of the half. Vic looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion.
21.
Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Kill. 12. You go 21.
5.
21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there on third down. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch the run.
Good.
5-4.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Rice. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
11. Check, 45.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's caught. Touchdown. Steve Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight, guys, double tight.
Black over.
On second down, Vic again.
Switch.
Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Eagle, eagle. Orange. Hit it. Wait.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good work, D. That's how we ball, fellas. Keep playing hard. Get out. Oh, easy, easy.
Left, 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 left!
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Tight end right.
Now a toss play, Allen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Hunt, hunt, hunt!
Here we go with Williams. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Breeze.
Watch twins.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Randy Moss, 33 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point.
Baby. Touchdown.
Extra point up and through. 4-7-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
95-56. Good. 5-4, ready.
So after the INT, it's Breeze.
Switch.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. To throw is Breeze. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A nice catch there by Jerry Rice. And when you look at the yardage he compiled in his NFL career, it seems staggering at 22,985 yards. But let's put a little context with it.
Yeah, we ran the numbers earlier. Larry Fitzgerald, who was contemplating retirement this past offseason, would need 7 more 1,000-yard seasons to break Jerry Rice's record.
That's context.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
4 down, 4 down.
Black 58, rail. Black 58.
Now a carry for Allen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Black 58 rail.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. To Allen on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ace.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Left, 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 left.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check, Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check, Mike 20. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now Allen, able to slither by. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
We got 4. We got 4.
Left, 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 left.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Single. 21, 21. Pull down.
On first down, Breeze. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
12.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
21.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
5-5. Ready for set.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12. 4 down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Shrugs him off. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So.
Mahomes now on first down. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Nifty move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go. 21. 5-5. Under. 30%.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Sammy. 11. 95-56. 95-56.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Under. Okie.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 38. 11. Good. 5-4, ready.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Allen. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a third. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. Pull down.
Breeze now on first down. Jerry Rice, open right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Sammy.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
11.
They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
11. 95, 56.
Shotgun now for Breeze.
Check.
Man open, Rice. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's got this down to the 35.
Kill.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Breeze now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Allen Bailey able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
SOS.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is caught at the 8. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Check.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
24, watch 24. Easy, kill. 12. 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Breeze, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Keeps him bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Z. 4 down, check.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The 14-time Pro Bowler Tony Gonzalez, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
4 down.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We got 4.
On the toss, here's Allen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ace! Ace!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end.